On our way to the Jungle Queen dinner cruise. The Jungle Queen is Fort Lauderdale's longest running tourist attraction sightseeing cruise. This trip lasted from 6 p.m. to 10. Adult tickets are $62.95, children are $35.95, and seniors are $60.95. The boat cruises down Venice of America, traveling along Millionaires Row, homes of the rich and famous, and mega yachts. You'll arrive at a tropical isle for all-you-can-eat barbecue dinner.
To our waterways. Now lastly, guys, let me introduce your crew to you today. Upstairs, if you're wondering who's driving, that would be Captain Max for us today. He'll be taking us wherever you want. Any questions, guys, feel free to ask them. My name is Monica. Pleasure to be your host for tonight. But the two most important people on the boat are right behind you. Those are your bartenders, Riley and Miranda. This house beautifully lit up with all the red and green lights. Now keep in mind that this house, as well as the next two houses you're going to see on the right-hand side, were actually all purchased by a guy named Wayne Huizenga and given as presents to his family members, okay? Now that first one that I pointed out, he bought that one for his sister, Bonnie Huizenga. This white one with the for sale sign, bought that for Pamela Huizenga. That would have been his daughter. And the next one on the right, a little ahead of the boat with the gazebo out back, bought that for Stephen Hudson. That would have been his nephew. We're actually coming up to his old estate in just a second. Here are our feet on the inside, guys. All right? Now this house can be yours for $3.2 million. Yeah. Not definitely sad to see him go. Now his home ended up selling to a guy named Chuck West, the founder and owner of Pet Supermarket there. Now my favorite thing about this house by far, all right, Wayne Huizenga's last dying wish was that all of the money from the sale of his estate went right into charity, and that's exactly what ended up happening. It closed for $21 million. He went through a little bad boy phase down here, a little too much drinking and driving, all right? Got caught just a couple too many times. Now another one coming up on the right side, guys. Got the white lights along the dock and the boat up out back. Now, look at the first floor of this house. You guys can see their Christmas tree through the window there. Everything to the left of that Christmas tree is all the kitchen going all the way to the back of the house. That's actually a 1,200 square foot kitchen in that home over there on the right hand. So now at this point in the tour, guys, I kind of like to talk about our wildlife a little here in Fort Lauderdale, because I know most of you are visiting from all kinds of places here. So I'd like to talk about some of our wildlife, like manatees, okay guys? Keep your eyes out tonight. If you spot one, yell it out. I want to see him too, all right? Big waves over there, guys, on the right-hand side. Be sure to give everyone big waves, okay guys? These are all retired millionaires. This is the only exercise they're getting tonight, all right? Big waves. Big waves out here. Wow, all right, that's awesome. Very, very popular modeling school. I know Christy Brinkley actually attended there back in the 70s. Another cool one on the left skyline quite a bit. Brought in all these skyscrapers here downtown. Now, I use that word very lightly. If I got any New Yorkers on the boat, yeah, these are not skyscrapers, okay? But we're working on it, right? As you can see, the beautiful skyline is getting a little closer into view here. You guys can hear Captain Max on the radio asking this guy to keep her coming. Pretty narrow river up here, guys. Very important. Obviously, we got you guys covered on dinner for tonight, but if you're going to be here a little longer, that's some great spots out on the water. First one is on my right-hand side. Got the boathouse there. Big waves, everyone out there. Now, the boathouse here is attached to the Riverside Hotel. That's this taller green building on the right-hand side there. Now, that is the oldest hotel in Fort Lauderdale. It's actually built in 1936. A little fun fact about this hotel too, when they were opening it up, doing the Mr. Johnson. So we're gonna do a 3, 2, 1, hello, Mr. Johnson. Can everyone do that? Yep. All right, guys, we gotta keep these guys happy. I'm trying to get them to open up the bridge on the way home tonight as well. All right, are we ready? In 3, 2, cool spot there on the left-hand side, Downtowners Saloon. That's the oldest restaurant here in Fort Lauderdale. So now coming up in front of us is our second drawbridge of the night here. This is Andrews Avenue. You might know. So I heard a couple of y'all laughing at me. All right, believe it or not, bridge tending is a family business down here in Fort Lauderdale. All right, Mr. Johnson here at Andrews is actually the brother of the guy back there at 3rd Avenue. Okay? Now take a look off on the right-hand side there, guys. This is the wharf of Fort Lauderdale. Has anybody been to the wharf so far on your trip down here? A couple of you? All right. Guys, if you have been looking for a spot to party and you haven't found it yet, there she is. And also on the right side, off in the distance, you can see that big white building with the yellow arches over there on the right side. That's the Museum of Discovery and Science. If you're looking for something cool to do with the kids, that was my favorite thing growing up there. They even have a 5-story tall movie theater in there called an IMAX theater, right over there on the right side. You also might have noticed that that's sponsored by Auto Nation. Do we remember who that was? Wayne Izinga, right? Now, as we complete this turn here, also on the right-hand side, all of this is the Broward Center for Performing Arts. And just to do it one more time, what does that name say over there on the right-hand side? Izinga. You guessed it.
That was funny. That was funny.
Nice to work out here.
Yeah.
We're coming up to our 3rd drawbridge of the night. This is going to be 7th Avenue Bridge, also known as the Confused Bridge, right? 7th on the left, 4th on the right. Nobody really knows what happened to 5th and 6th in the middle there. And y'all already know we have to say hello to our bridge tender. They're a little tinier, right? A little more homey. This is actually the liveaboard section here on the right. This is called Holiest Landing Marina. Most of these people live on their boats here full time. Now, if you've never done anything like that, guys, really, really cool to live on your boat. I did it for quite some time. It was one of the best times of my life. But the coolest thing about that is if you're living on a boat and you don't like your neighbors, you can just pick them up right in the house. Or you can do what I do every time I'm in the backyard.
The caboose. Oh
There's a
man.
full-size train caboose in their car back there. Okay? Absolutely unreal. Now the home has new owners now, but it was originally owned by a guy named Richard Weiner. That train car has been there like 60-something years already, and nobody really knows how he got it back there. Okay, it's just kind of been there. Now he actually got into quite a bit of trouble with the city of Fort Lauderdale, right? That thing is an ice runs back every single time. Okay? No, guys. I'm kidding. I love my mother-in-law. It's her son that I'm a little iffy on now. No, I'm messing with you guys. I'm messing. Another cool spot on my right as well. This property is called Little Florida, but we have a very special friend that wants to say hello to you. Everyone say hi, Eva. Hi, Eva. What have you been practicing, Eva? Right here. This property's been here since 1936. On the right-hand side. Now, this is also an absolutely there she goes. Absolutely adore that girl over there. I also got another pretty cool house you're going to see on the left-hand side. For my friends that are interested in home design, architecture kind of thing. Oh, wow. Everybody is out today. Beautiful Sunday night, guys.
Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
Also here on my right-hand side, take a look at that white modern style house over here on the right. Now obviously that's a brand new house right there, but this is actually historic property that this house sits on. I'm not talking about the house, I'm talking about the land, okay? At one point there was actually a fish camp on this land right here that was owned by Al Capone himself, believe it or not. Really, really cool. Now, people look at me kind of crazy when I say stuff like that, but there's actually a lot of history with the mob on the river here in Fort Lauderdale. Even Al Capone himself. We actually already passed a house that was owned by Bugsy Siegel at one point. Really, really cool. Somebody looks friends with the sheriff, I've heard, so he was very well tucked away on the new river here. Now this spot that we're in right now, guys, we like to call it the Wiggles, all right? You're gonna see Captain Max showing off a little bit, making a very tight left and right hand turn here, wiggling himself through the Wiggles here. Now, as you can see, my people on the edge, just look at how close we're getting to some of this stuff, okay? This is actually an entirely naturally formed waterway. It occurred thousands of years ago just from an earthquake, believe it or not, broke the aquifer underneath the ground. Got another cool property coming up here on the left-hand side. This entire peninsula is a privately owned. I'll actually pull over here for a second, and a lot of these locals will come out and sing a couple Christmas carols here at River Reach. It's a really pretty cool spot to pull over on Christmas Day. Now, these are actually some of the most affordable things you're going to see tonight. This is me getting real with you guys. If anyone's looking to move down here to Fort Lauderdale, you can get yourself into one of these apartments, owning them starting at about $60,000, maybe $70,000. That is the absolute cheapest thing that you're going to find down here. Our fourth and final drawbridge of the night, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be Davie Boulevard Bridge, all right? Now, if you're wondering where we are, this is about a 10-minute drive from where we left at the dock here. Now we gotta say hello to our bridge tender, and who are we saying hello to, guys?
We'll be back.
Mr. G. I have no idea where y'all got that from.
Pretty, look at this sapphire.
Got this beautiful yacht over here on the right-hand side. All right, I lied, guys. Just one more Johnson joke.
Yeah.
This is how the bridge tender gets to work every day. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? I couldn't have planned that any better. Okay?
Johnson.
All right, that was the last one. That was the last one. Pretty cool house over there on the right as well. Guy literally built his house around his boat. That barber pole, barber chair, that is son of a barber. And if you can read that sign, from Pittman, New Jersey. All right. So we got New Jersey in the house. Guys, you can do anything by boat down here. You can get your hair cut by boat as well. You can literally just pull up by boat, hop out, and ask for a haircut. All right. Funny thing, he doesn't even want any cash payment for that haircut. Just a bottle of rum. Now this one's owned by a guy named Bob Elmore. Okay, he owns a paving company down here. Now, you probably don't know who he is, but the cute thing about this house is the story behind it, okay? So he actually built this house entirely in secret from his wife. And on their anniversary, he took her out to a really nice dinner, and then afterwards they pulled up in the driveway. She said, "What's going on, honey? Who lives here?" And he said, "You do. Happy anniversary."
Oh my God.
And he drove away and left her there. I'm kidding, guys. You saw her. Can we guess who owns her honor?
Judge
Right?
Judy.
Judge Judy owns her
Oh,
honor.
man.
She
She's a
keeps her
yacht.
yacht right over here on the left-hand side.
Wow.
Now there is another one over here as well. This one
Made
is
all that
called
money by
Privacy.
telling people they're idiots.
Now this one's a hint. He's a very famous golfer. Tiger Woods. Who
Tiger
said that?
Woods?
Right over here. Yeah, Tiger Woods. Nope, actually, sorry, ma'am, you're wrong. That's his ex-wife's yacht now. Hey guys, you know a lion would never cheat on its mate, but a tiger would. Alright. Good news, guys. You don't have to put up with my bad jokes. Last thing that I'm going to tell you guys
Look at
is
the
do me a
size
favor
of
as we're coming up to our island, please stay in your seats, okay? That is very important for your safety. Sometimes we bump the dock a little.
We are greeted at the island and we're able to get off and enjoy a barbecue dinner and live entertainment.
Where'd he go?
Smells good. I think I'm ready for some barbecue. Sure is pretty in here.
He's happy.
Pictures of when the Jungle Queen started back in the 1930s. Converted to a double. Heading back to the boat. Our guides, Monica and her assistant. They were great.
All right, there she is.
To help you guys. But I do have a couple of announcements before I put the mic down just yet. All right, first things first.
Look at nice.
Until then, sit back, relax, and we'll be right back out for you.
Beautiful, beautiful pictures. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Beautiful night in Fort Lauderdale. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe so you can see all my future videos.
Also, do you guys ever watch Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean? Yeah.
So you know Johnny Depp?
Yeah?
He has his boat here.
He does?
Oh, is he really?
Wow.
I'm gonna show you
Johnny
his boat.
Depp
Yeah, it must be
boat
nice,
here.
right?
Do you know which
It's
one?
just like a pirate ship.
Does it really?
Just like a pirate
Cool,
ship.
huh?
Yeah. It's where he got the idea from, right?
This? Now it's in white.
What, Elise? No, no, no.
Privacy, okay. So Tiger Woods is
Judge
privacy.
Judy's boat is that way.
Oh, is it Judge Judy's? Yeah.
She's got more money than anybody.
These are some gorgeous boats.
Oh yeah. Kind of like a pirate ship.
Oh, I see this one, the white one. I'm going by that one. Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh, right there.
Wow. Check it out.
That is Johnny Depp's boat.
That's
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Depp's boat right here. Whoa, that's wicked.
That is cool.
Oh
And it
my
kind of resembles a
gosh.
pirate ship, right?
It does. Wow.
That is Johnny Depp's boat. And see, look, you see the bow?
Yeah. That's great.
Oh my gosh.
That's gorgeous.
Wow, that's wicked cool. That's
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's boat right there. It's amazing.
Probably hardly ever takes it out, too, you know? Probably so busy.
That boat has been sitting there.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at all the glass. Oh, it's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Low budget house.
That's a low budget. I'll take that. I'll take that one. I'm easy. I didn't ask for a lot. This is really pretty cool.
Hardly see her. Oh, look at this. They must do scuba diving.
Yeah, there must be a scuba diver.
Have you ever seen so many beautiful yachts? What a beautiful ride. Wow, I wonder who owns this one. This is Millionaires Row along the Venice River in Fort Lauderdale.
Coming up on your right-hand side, the house with the boat out back and the lit-up statues here on the right-hand side. Now, I mentioned that earlier in my tour. I told you that was Michael Mann, the producer of Miami Vice, right? Now, the fun fact about this house, I told you they filmed a lot of episodes there. Rumor has it that they actually specially built this house so that the ceilings were lower. They wanted to make Don Johnson look taller. Just a rumor. On your right-hand side, house with the white lights along the dock and some of the lights, got a gazebo in the back as well. Now this house over here, he doesn't live there, but it is owned by Tom Cruise. Alright? Yeah. Cruise with a K though, alright? That's the inventor of come-around scooters. Arguably cool on the right-hand side. Now huh? It's just to tell you a little something about him as you go by. So normally, he's got a yacht back there. It's a $50 million yacht named Party Girl. Okay? Now, what is this distinguished businessman doing with a yacht named Party Girl, you might ask? Well, it doesn't belong to him. He actually gave that to his 16-year-old daughter for her sweet 16.
Oh my God.
Right off.
Hope you enjoyed this beautiful ride with me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see my future videos.